Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to go ahead and continue working on this test car. I'm going to show you how to get set up. So we're going to make this car. We're going to create exploded views. We're going to create all the components, and we're going to start with this drawing, which you should have on paper. When you look at your drawing, you'll see that we're going to construct a block that is 5 inches long, 2.5 inches tall, 3/4 of an inch thick. We're going to cut away a section from the middle that's 2 inches deep and is 1/4 inch from each edge. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're going to start by creating a new Part Studio. And we're going to start that sketch doing the top view. We're going to draw a rectangle. Go ahead with a center point rectangle so that we can fix this stuff to the center. And we're going to tap the letter N on the keyboard and the letter P on the keyboard to get these things centered. And it looks like I missed my origin, so I'm going to have to take that coincident constraint and apply it to the center point of the rectangle so that we're in the middle of space. The dimensions we're going to use, as I already stated, are 5 inches by 2.5, which you can see results in all of our lines turning black, which is awesome. And we're going to start there. We're going to extrude that to 3/4 of an inch, just like the drawing calls for. We'll just call that main body block. And we'll get that created a new part, which you can see down here. We'll rename that. We're going to call that chassis. And I don't like looking at the origin there, so I'm going to hit this eyeball here to shut it off. Now we're going to go ahead and do that cutaway from the back. So if we look at our drawing, we've got this cutaway section over here. We're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go back to our Part Studio. If the computer let me get there by clicking on the Part Studio tab. No. Alright, I'm going to exit drawing. There we go, back in the Part Studio. And I'm going to hit the sketch button, tap it right on top of that block. Again, N to look down on it from normal, and then this time we're going to use the corner rectangle. That cutaway we're going to make was going to be 2 inches deep, and we don't know how tall it is, but we do know that it's 1/4 of an inch from the edges. So take the dimension tool, click it on the corner, and then click on this other corner, and that was 1/4 of an inch. And then 1/4 from here to here. And you'll see that all of our lines have turned black, and that's what we're looking for. That means that's fully constrained, and now we're going to make that cutaway. Which is going to be extruded, and that's going to be a remove. And we're going to go through everything, through all. And that looks pretty much like we want, so we're going to accept that. We'll call it rear opening. Alright, now let's take a look at our drawing again. And you see we can either make the slots for the rubber band or we can add the axle holes. Either way works. Let's go ahead and add the axle holes. So the axles, you can see our drawing tells us there are 2 of them. They're 3/8 inch diameter, and they go through the part. They're 3/8 from the top edge, and they're 1/2 inch from the end. Back to our Part Studio. Let's create a sketch on the end there. Again, N to get normal to the face. And we're going to use our circle tool, and we're just going to click on circle, kind of ridiculous here. So I don't want to get any unexpected constraints. We'll make them equal to each other. And then we'll dimension them. They were 3/8 of an inch. Enter. And then location was 3/8 of an inch from the center point to the edge. And they're 3/8 of an inch, or the 1/2 an inch from each end. So from there to there was a 1/2 inch, and from there to there is a 1/2 inch. Those are the axle holes, which we're just going to go ahead and extrude all the way through. So hit the extrude button, we'll grab the axle holes, that's going to be remove, and just like last time, through all. And we'll call those axle holes. And there you have it. Last thing is to add the rectangular blocks, cuts for the rubber band. So we're going to create a sketch on top.